elephant appeal to the world, saying help. Mothers, calves were basically being butchered as they migrated back to the conservancy to give birth. The tusks were left, which made it more tragic. It was a very senseless death. So Crosby wanted to see these photos. And a lot of people, due to the graphic nature, would be hesitant to let their child see these very graphic photos. So, but her mother, Amy, told her the nature of the photos and gave Crosby the choice. And Crosby said, yes, I want her to see these photos. So she saw the photos and she didn't blink. She just looked at her mom and she said, Mom, what can I do? And the three of us decided, okay, if Crosby wants to act, we'll figure out a way for her to act. What is the world doing? Well, at the particular moment, what the world was doing was walking. So Crosby says, well, I'll walk. So different rhythm behind her, as well as all the other adults, kind of just circled in right behind Crosby in support of her, and Crosby walked. She walked at Lady Bird Lake in Austin, and her first day, she walked nearly 30 miles. And Crosby Grace Kelly is the epitome of, she's a prodigy of the living spirit. This child is amazing. She loves all things. She loves all breathing and living things, whether it's animal, a fish, a chicken. God knows she has enough of those. She just wanted to help the elephants, and she wanted to help Miss Cookie. And what Cookie needed was $10,000 to hire more rangers. And she said, how far do I have to walk to that? I said, well, I don't know. We'll just have to walk. And so she did. And even on the rainy days when she couldn't walk outside, the YMCA in downtown Austin offered her their facility to walk indoors. So she did that. And by the time it was time for Crosby to go back to school, she hadn't met her goal, but she was more than halfway there. And she was probably at about 5,100, which is still phenomenal in a month for a 9-year-old child. So, but it bothered her that she could not finish her goal and meet her goal because of school. So Different Rhythm got together and we said, what is it that we can do to help Crosby meet her goal? So I was the guinea pig. So I stepped forth and I said, I'll finish that walk and I'll hand that baton over to Elephantopia for the march. So I walked 160 miles from Austin to Houston to City Hall right here. And I did that on behalf of Crosby and the elephants. I had nothing to do with it. I just walked. And during that walk, Crosby sent me a video message, an unexpected video message. And she told me, one, that she loved me, and two, not to give up, and three, that if it's hard, it's supposed to be hard, but you just have to remember why you're doing it. And that was a message from a 9-year-old. I finished the walk. And because of finishing that walk and that message from Crosby and the kind of person that child is, we met our goal of $10,000. And we handed $10,000 over to the Government African Conservancy to hire 10 rangers for 2 months. And this is Crosby's message. And again, this is a 9-year-old. She says, I care about saving elephants because they have as many rights as we do. They're beautiful animals and don't need to leave this world. They play a very important role in Africa's safaris. She She said, and I held a fundraiser to raise $10,000 to donate to Cookie Gallman to take care of 10 rangers. Rangers are like soldiers for elephants. They protect them from the poachers. It would be horrible to have no elephants in the world in 10 years. That, to me, is a very profound statement by a 9-year-old. And if the rest of us can follow her lead, we can beat this. Thank you.
All right, again, I just want to thank all of you for coming out. Now, if you want, you're more than welcome to come check out the table and learn more information about local things. If you want to talk to our speakers and just find out more about Elephantopia or the Wildlife Conservation Department at the Houston Zoo or Whole Foods or Different Rhythms Foundation, we have a whole bunch of people here dedicated to saving elephants. So please take a moment and just get to know each other and realize that we're not alone and that we are all together caring for the elephants and wanting to make a difference. So thank you again for coming out today.